so they are ready to come out of the oven. I had to give them another minute or two. Depending upon the type of bread that you have, there's different moisture content. So you can go ahead and pull those out, and you'll want to place them on some sort of protective mat. And what you're going to do next is go ahead and take your egg and crack it directly into the cup, just like that. You may want to add a little extra grease into your tins because some of that is cooked away. I've also made a scrambled version with my eggs, and I also just threw a splash of milk in there. So I'm going to make some with the scrambled and some with just regular old cracked in egg. There we go. And crack a couple eggs in. And I have pre-prepared just some cut up cheese, which is also on the list. Again, you will want to buy your cheese in brick form because you will save yourself quite a bit of money by doing so. So then you will go ahead and put a little bit of salt on each one. Don't go too heavy. That. A little bit of pepper. And then go ahead and sprinkle your cheese right on in there. Okay, so then you will take your eggs, and you'll go to the oven, and you will pop them back in. And once you pop them back in the oven, you'll want to turn your heat down to around 350. And set your timer for about 15 minutes. And when they come out, I'll show you the result. And before we go, just to let you see, this is the cheesecake after it's come out of the oven, and we have to wait 10 minutes for it to cool down a little bit, and then we'll place our icing on it and throw it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. And don't worry if it does puff up at the end of its baking process. It's completely normal, and once you put the icing over it, you won't be able to see it at all, and it's totally normal, so don't worry about that. So I will show you the end result in just a moment. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so we have everything out of the oven. You can cook these to your desired doneness. Some people like their eggs a little more firm, a little more dry, and some like them a little bit runny. This one's a little runny, and this one's a little more well done. You will have some variation depending upon where they're at within the oven. And what you'll want to do is, while they're still hot, you will want to take a fork around the edge of each muffin. This removes anything that's stuck to your muffin. And then you'll just want to pull them out and place them on a plate, not on the cheesecake. And that is your finished egg muffin. Also, I'd like to remind you to keep your extra of your bread, because later in the week we will be making a sesame chicken that uses breadcrumbs, so you can get a little extra out of your bread. And this is the finished cheesecake that is now cooling. You'll need to cool that for a couple of hours, just let it rest out in the air, And then once it is cooled, you go ahead and pop it in the fridge, and then right before you serve it, just go ahead and open a can of cherry pie filling and spoon that over it. You want to make sure you keep it more in the center than out towards the edges because it will run a bit. And you have yourself a lovely dessert if you're entertaining, or if you just want a dessert for throughout your week. So thank you. We'll see you soon.